Greetings, Nick Bowcott with Sweetwater here, and welcome to Iron Maiden-style dual harmony guitar lines made simple. When I first got into rock and also playing guitar, one of the things that really fascinated me was two guitarists playing single harmony lines together. It sounded cool, it was melodic, and it had me hooked. The first band I heard do it really well was Wishbone Ash, and of course those highly underrated masters of the art, Thin Lizzy. And then of course bands like Iron Maiden came along, took this art form, kept it melodic, but made it much more metal. And let's not forget Def Leppard, their High and Dry album has some wonderful harmony lines on it. Then of course there's Judas Priest, the more modern day bands, Metallica, Megadeth, Trivium, Avenged Sevenfold, and of course Mastodon, all keeping the flag for this fine art form flying high. In this video, we're going to focus in on one particular harmony line creating technique that's used by a lot of these bands, especially Thin Lizzy and Iron Maiden, hence the title. The method I'm about to show you is called diatonic thirds. It might sound complicated, but believe me, it's not. It can't be. I can do it, and I have trouble walking and chewing gum. It's really simple. Let's dissect it. We're going to do this by looking at the natural minor scale, which is a cornerstone of hard rock and heavy metal. In particular, I'm going to focus in on the A natural minor scale because it just uses the white notes on the piano, so there's no pesky sharps or flats to complicate things. Now, all diatonic means is staying within the scale. So in the case of the A natural minor scale, which literally goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and so on and so forth, you just stay within there. As for the third part, that's real simple. You just count two notes up in the scale, and that's the harmony of the note you want to harmonize. Got it? Let's have a quick listen to the A natural minor scale so we can get it in our heads. Here is the A natural minor scale played in the 5th position. So, like I've just indicated, if I want to find the diatonic third harmony note to a note in this scale, say for example A, I just go two notes higher up. So here's A, two notes higher up is A, B, C. So C is my harmony note to A. Likewise B, I go up two notes, so B, C, D, and D is my harmony note for B. Got it? Pretty simple. But can it really be that easy? Because what that means, if this is true, if I want to harmonize the whole scale ascending, all I have to do is play the scale ascending starting on A, then overlay another track starting on C going up the scale in logical order. So I'd have one guitar going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and in unison with it, if you will, playing the harmony, I'd have another guitar going C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and so on. Make sense? Right, so let's find out if this theory is indeed true, and I'm going to do that via using a DigiTech Jam Man Express pedal. What I'm going to do is record 2 octaves of the A natural minor scale ascending, and then loop it and play the same thing but starting on C. Got me? So I'm going to go from A to A first. Here we go. So we've recorded that, let's play it back and play the same thing but starting on C over the top of it and see what it sounds like. So as you've just seen and heard, it really is that simple. So, say for example I want to harmonize this little ditty within A natural minor. All I have to do is find the notes within the scale, diatonically that is, that are 2 notes higher, so they're diatonic thirds. So the first note is E, which means the harmony will be G. The second note I played was F, which means the harmony will be F, G, A. Then this is a C, so the harmony will be E. And this last note was a D. D, E, F is the other note. So all I have to do is play this and have another guitar do this. Let's see if that is indeed true via the magical looper. Here we go. Wow, that really is simple, isn't it? And like I said, it has to be, because I can do it. Now, if you dissect the diatonic thirds even further, you'll find that the space between each pair is either 3 frets or 4 frets. Now 3 frets is a minor third, and 4 frets is a major third. To illustrate that, let's do this. I'm going to run the A natural minor scale up the D string in order, and I'm going to play the diatonic third harmony note to each of those notes on the G string. Let's see what happens. So we're going to start at A and take it up. So A and C are the first pair. That's minor. B and D are the next pair. Also minor, major, then minor again, then major again, and lastly going back to minor at the octave. And as we're talking about diatonic thirds, that actually makes a lot of sense. They're either minor, which is sad sounding, or major, which is happy sounding. Minor, major. Now, if scales bother you, I'm going to share a little trick that I was shown by the late, great Dimebag Darrell when I had the honor of working with him on his Riff of Madness column. He didn't know scales at all. As far as he was concerned, there's only one scale you had to know, and that was a chromatic. That's it, which is every note on the fretboard. If he wanted to work out a harmony, what he would do is this. He'd find the pattern he liked, then he'd just move it up 3 frets, meaning he was doing a harmony all in minors. Then he'd keep the notes he liked, which were invariably the minor ones, and the ones he didn't like, he'd shunt those up a fret, making them major. Make sense? It certainly does to me, and you know what? If it's good enough for Dimebag, it's definitely good enough for me. Right, we're going to call it a day on this particular video, but we really have only just scratched the surface on what you can do with 2 guitars. There are other forms of harmony, fifths and fourths are great because they give that sinister, spooky sounding thing that Slayer used so well. Yeah, this could be a series of stuff, so let us know what you'd like to know more about when it comes to using 2 guitars. Right, I'm out of here, so I'm going to play out. Once again, A natural minor, I'm going to play the line I'm going to harmonize by itself first over backing, and then I'll harmonize it. And as you'll hear, the line is kind of boring by itself, but when you add the diatonic third harmony to it, magic occurs. And one other word of warning though, this is a truly, truly wonderful technique. Don't overuse it. Contrary to what our friend Mr. Yngwie Malmsteen says, more is not always more. In the case of harmonies, less is definitely more. And if you want to learn more, listen to Thin Lizzy, because that's an education all by itself. I'm out. See ya!